Hello, real estate world. How y'all doing today? My name is Jeffrey McGonigal with Real Estate Coaching Collective. Today, I'm going to introduce everybody to a phenomenal gentleman who is changing real estate as we know it. Today, I want to introduce you guys to CEO of Social Realtor. Trent is a digital marketing expert in real estate, helping agents and small businesses grow through SEO, social media, and automations. He's worked with over 25 plus industries, driving over $50 million in revenue in 2022 and has been scaling since then. He's also mentored over 20 different entrepreneurs to long-term success. Today, Trent Stonehouse will share the insights on becoming the local leader framework. Please help me welcome Trent Stonehouse. Trent, welcome to the Real Estate Coaching Collective, man. How you doing today?
Doing well, brother. Thank you so much for having me, Jeffrey. I'm super stoked to be here. We got a really good presentation for everyone, and I'm excited to see what people think about it from those that are watching right now and watching this back. It's gonna be good.
Love it, man. So before we hop in, can you give us like a overview of what is Social Realtor?
Yeah, so Social Realtor is an agency that I created that's really moving more into SaaS, so software, and it's helping real estate agents dial in their social media, really create more powerful, more engaging content. It's as simple as picking up your phone, filming something, logging into the app, sending it to us, and then we do the rest where we edit it, optimize it, captions, hashtags, and post it for you. So we really take on that creative side of the business for them and the distribution of it while helping them really dominate their local market through social and also SEO.
That's sick. As a team leader myself, I often walk out and I see, 10, 15 different agents working on Canva or working on this and and I'm just like, ugh. And then half of them never even post what they've been working on, right? So I think you're solving a big pain point in the industry and helping agents do what they do best by staying in front of clients and helping them brand and market, correct?
100%, man. And like whenever I talk to a real estate agent, I tell them too, social media content creation, it's an important factor of your business, but it's not something that's going to replace everything else in your business. And a lot of agents, I see those that are ready for social media think that's going to be the key to answer all of it. And that's why I really put together, my local leader framework, because it's not just social media that I'm going to be talking about today. It's not just SEO, the things that we do. It's really a whole comprehensive system. It's a whole framework of different marketing channels. In fact, we're going to cover 7 today because realtors, remember, it's not just one thing that solves every issue. You have to do your homework on every part of marketing. And I got 7 solid things we need to cover here and for you to kick some butt. And I think as you as a team leader, take this back to the team. I think they'll find some serious value in it, man.
I've already dived deep. My partner Jose, he's here. We've already dived deep. We've looked into it. We love it. We're definitely going to be chatting after this. And before we jump into the presentation, one of the things that we always say is keep the main thing, but make sure that you've built systems for everything. And I think that's exactly what you've done here. So the floor is yours, brother. Go ahead, walk us through it, man.
Awesome, man. I'm going to share my screen and Jeffrey, jump in, ask me any questions if you think that if you were like, you might know the answer, but maybe if you're thinking like, hey, I'm a realtor right now that might not know this, ask that question so I can answer it. Cause I think we're going to cover so much here, and I want everyone to get as much as possible from this.
I love it, man. I'm in.
All right, let's do it. So we can see this okay?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So really, this is about becoming the local leader. That's the goal here. When someone comes to marketing a realtor, right, they're ready to put that portion of their business, invest in that portion of their business. A lot of them come in here approaching it, wanting to go viral. We need to tear that down right away. It's not about being viral, the viral agent. No, it's about being the local leader, the local market expert agent. That's what it's about. And so there's a framework for this. And so I really want you to take this because this is a bunch of different systems and a bunch of different processes that you're going to have here today. It's literally a handbook. In fact, I am writing a book on this at the moment. And so it will be a whole deep dive into all of these that we're going to tackle here today. Now, if you have any questions, definitely write these down because you can always go back to Jeffrey here and ask him questions about these. And if he doesn't know the answer, he can shoot me back a message too, and we can help you out because we want to see you win. And that's exactly why Jeffrey has me here today. So, write down those questions. Now, this is going to work for anyone. Doesn't matter if you're a new agent, like a rookie, doesn't matter. You can be an intermediate or a top producer. There's something here for everyone today. I can guarantee you that. And that's my promise, actually, Jeffrey. If someone didn't learn anything from this, I want to know, because I guarantee we're coming at it with something new. So one thing I want to start this off with, though, is marketing is about building trust. That's it. If someone says marketing's for this, that, and this, forget about it. Marketing is simply for building trust, right? If they don't trust you, they will not buy from you. All right. So marketing is about enhancing those existing efforts you already have going on. Maybe you have some solid scripts, right? Maybe you have a really good farming, process. You love going door to door. Those tried and true methods, you might have a great system going on. Don't chase those silver bullets, those fancy little things that pop up all the time, right? I see a lot of realtors do that. So just continue to do what works and use marketing just to enhance what's, already working, right, in your business. So that's what I really want to make sure people remember, because it's easy to get lost in the noise, especially today. Okay.
And as a team lead, I think that's one of the most frustrating things is every 2 weeks someone's trying something new, right? Stick to what works and slowly improve that. And I like that you say that. What we they don't the same way a client won't work with you, they won't even click on your video if they don't trust you, right? So building that trust is everything.
That's it, man. That's where it all starts. And a lot of people forget about that, right? Like we're going to talk a little bit more about this later, but you can throw as much money as you want at trying to get leads. You can run that credit card all day, right? But that pool of leads runs out as soon as your money taps out, right? But where if you build trust and you've been doing it for a while and your focus is on that alone, that's going to last a lifetime, right? So really build that up. And again, marketing, just always remember, marketing is just for building trust. It's to enhance your existing efforts, not to replace them.
Dig it.
All right. And I wanted to say this too. Someone who's maybe tried all these different marketing things and you failed, it is absolutely not your fault. There are so many coaching organizations. In fact, I'm part of several, and I'm not going to name names, but I see them hooking people in with trendy concepts and all these little fancy things. And I'll tell you this, half of the things they're teaching aren't even tested. There's no proof behind it that it even works and how fast it'll work, right? And I see a lot of other agencies too, because I've been in this space for a long time, guys. They have overcomplicated services. They make you feel like you're dependent on them, and then you're stuck, right? And you don't even know if what they're doing is working for you. So what I like to tell people is keep it simple as well. So if someone can't explain something to you in a very simple manner, they probably don't understand it themselves. And that's what I see from coaching organizations. That's what I see from a lot of agencies. So again, keep it simple, do what's tried and true, and just remember, marketing is about building trust and not replacing anything that's tried and true. If you stick to that alone, by the way, Jeffrey, if people just stick to that, they're going to succeed. That right there, I could end it right there.
Yeah, because a lot of it comes with consistency, right? When you're reading books such as like Oversubscribed and other things like that, you will realize that they want to be able to see you. They want to be able to understand what you're doing and how you can help them solve the pain or the pleasure that they're looking towards. So with real estate, if you are consistently doing what you're doing and you're able to show the results, people are going to start to come in. And you don't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to go learn how to do some TikTok video.
Absolutely. Absolutely not. So here's the truth, marketing, you can do most of it yourself, and it doesn't need to be expensive. And again, like I said earlier, simplicity is the key. That's it. Like, keep things simple. If it's not simple, you're not going to stick to it, right? It's about developing your efforts as a habit, right? And so keep it simple. You're going to stick to it, and you have a clear roadmap, right? And that's, again, my goal here today too, is also to help you to get clarity on this. And so we are going to cover 7 different marketing channels today, but you don't have to do all 7, right? You can start somewhere that calls to you the most, that speaks to you the most. Go from there, master that, and move on to the next.
Start somewhere, people. Just start somewhere.
Start somewhere, right? Take the first step. Let's go. All right. So what you're going to learn, like I said, 7 different marketing channels. You're going to learn how to do this yourself. And if we got some time, I might get into the special free gift for you guys.
Dig it. Let's do it. Everybody likes gifts.
I do have a success story, but we'll just skip that. Basically, Chris Janelle, I'll just give you a summary. He went out there, brand new agent, man, like had maybe 6 months of runtime. He had to figure it out, right? And he got a family. He's got a kid, he's got to take care of them, provide for them. It's scary, man. And I know that a lot of realtors, when they first start, that's the situation they're in too. But what happened was we took him on, and I was able to get him into a #1 position on Google. When someone looked up realtors in his city, he's there, and also positioned him as the local leader with through social content and through different marketing channels that we're going to cover today. Right. And so that when people saw him in the grocery store, they knew, oh, hey, you're that Richmond's community realtor. In fact, that was part of his branding. Hey, I'm Richmond's community realtor. Richmond's a city that he services. But he said it enough time, people really bought into it and believed it. And people trusted him as the main expert in his city, trusted him. Right.
So he started to get known. So people work with who they know, like, and trust. And guess what? We're building the trust by consistency. And he's building it out. He's building being known just by consistently being in front of people every day, correct?
Exactly. And he's done it in such a way that like every channel that we're covering today, he is that person, that local expert. He didn't go for virality. He went for being that local trusted expert. And now he's a six-figure earner, right? And so that's what we want all of you to accomplish, right? And with real estate, it's probably one of the best ways to do it. So now just a little bit about me, because we really haven't dove into who I am. You know a little bit about my past, but I've been marketing since 2012. I actually got started on YouTube, and I built up a YouTube channel of about 30,000 subscribers, over 6 million views, top video well over 1 million. And I got picked up by a talent agency in Vancouver, Canada called BBTV. And it's for like influencers and such. And they really taught me more of that corporate side of things as well. And that's where I started my agency. And just over time, it really developed into servicing mostly real estate agents. And now I'm a trusted vendor for actually more than 5 different organizations, like I mentioned earlier. And it's been a blessing. So we're trusted by them, and it's been a great process. And just last year alone, over 1,200 realtors have joined my agency, Social Realtor. And we're definitely making an impact and making a movement. You've probably even heard of us if you've been in any of these organizations, and many are. So it's been cool. That's just a little bit about me. If you want, you can scan that and we can be friends. I'll follow you back. If you ever have questions, shoot me a DM. Now, I want to start here for the local framework. And this is because this is the most important aspect of it all, which is SEO, search engine optimization. When someone is looking for a buyer agent, seller agent, they're going to go looking right online. And that all starts somewhere, right? And I often ask people, where do you think people are looking for things the most? Nowadays, everyone's like, ChatGPT, right? I'm going to give you real-time information right now. The top search engine by far, hands down, is Google. 74% of all searches are done on Google. Number 2, largest search engine, is actually YouTube. So YouTube makes up that 74% at 23.9, almost 24%. So people are literally going to YouTube and searching for what they need. Now, this is not the number 3, but I'm just curious, Jeffrey, what would you guess ChatGPT would be for most searches? How much search volume?
Man, you said it's not number 3?
It's not. What do you think is the percentage of searches? Just curious. Let's have some fun.
On ChatGPT, are we talking about like 15%, 20%?
Percent of all searches are done on ChatGPT. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, Jeffrey, I was actually a keynote speaker at another event maybe 2 months ago. And one of the other speakers—
I would have thought it was going to way more, by the way. Sorry.
Right,
I would have thought it, yeah. Yeah.
And I was a keynote speaker at another event, man. And one of the speakers, not a marketing coach at all, but mentioned that he believes ChatGPT is more used than Google. It's going to take over and all this stuff. And I was like, I had to put the brakes on that because it's not true. It's not even remotely close. In fact,
1.5 to 75 is a big gap.
Yeah, big time. And here's the thing with Google, people don't realize they have their own AI that's actually surpassing ChatGPT. If you look at the AI performance and the way it produces, Gemini destroys ChatGPT. So I really encourage you guys to actually get a Gemini account and check that out instead of ChatGPT.
We have one. We have one for all the entire office. We love it. My partner Jose builds out so many different things in Gemini, and we have it hooked up to everything that we do. I co-sign that.
Like Gemini is far superior than that if you're going to use it, because also it's plugged in to something that gets 74% of all searches. right? He's got more real-time information, guys. Let's just use some common sense. So let's shift our focus and let's focus on the platform that matters most, okay? And so shift it to Google. Secondly, then YouTube, all right? Here's some more statistics here. And I'm going to get into why I'm giving you this information in a second here. But there are 8.6 billion searches daily on Google. On Google, 46%, almost half, are for something local, such as local services. Guess what? You, as a realtor, are a local service. You make up that 46%. So people are literally looking for you. Doesn't matter if you're an electrician, a plumber, whatever. If you're a local service provider, you make up 40% of daily searches. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I see so many real estate agents who neglect their Google business profiles. Get your Google business profile, get it verified. I know a lot of people stop there because it gets stuck. See it through, and then pay for it to be optimized. You can go to many different places. You could use a service like ours, Social Realtor. You could go to Fiverr. You could go to Upwork. I don't care what you do, but make sure it's optimized because you need to be ranking in a top position. If you're not going to get calls.
You're missing out on
You're not
money.
going to get website traffic. That's it. Google is king, guys. Like I see a lot of realtors build their profiles up on Zillow or realtor.com or others platforms, right? And the problem is you're building someone else's platform like Zillow. You're investing in them when you should be investing in yourself. Your Google profile is yours. No one can take that from you, right? And by the way, all searches start on Google. Zillow depends on Google for traffic. So why are we depending on all these different things when we could just go straight to the root? Google. Get your profile, get it in, optimized, start getting your reviews on it, rank to a top position, and watch what happens. You're going to see so many more phone calls, so much more website traffic. If you're like, I got a Google profile, but no one ever calls me from Google, I can bet you all the money in the world that if I searched up real estate agents in your city, you ain't even in the top 10. Because if you were, you wouldn't be saying that.
No, that's a fact. Then to co-sign that, we shifted to a heavy focus on Google right after the RECC event last year. And in that, since then, we have grown from 0 calls per day to on average 7 days a week receiving 4 to 5 come list me calls, right? So that we have a whole pond of agents that our ISAs have to be trained on. All right, cool. Who do we send it to? How do we send it over? Because Google has turned into, right after Zillow, our second highest lead platform when it comes to actual conversion. But the difference is the amount of money that we make on a Google deal versus any other platform deal. The gap is definitely there. We're talking about 5x.
100%. The 9-day difference,
Yep.
Right? These people
and
are
it's come
literally
list me.
looking
It's not
for
even like, hey, come list me, because the trust is already there.
Absolutely. If you're in a top position on Google, doesn't matter if you have 10 reviews and the next guy has 30. You're in a top position. It's just a psychology game. Marketing is for building trust. Never forget about it. All right. And guys, what did I say? Keep it simple. It doesn't get simpler than this. You know how to do a Google business profile. Get it, optimize it, move on. Cool. So, by the way, I want to just add in, this is one of my clients too. Just by being in a top position on Google, if you want ChatGPT to really recommend you to, and you're in love with ChatGPT, I get it. ChatGPT will start recommending you too. So do your Google, and AI will also start recommending you as well. Okay. So have it optimized, use keyword and keyword phrases on Google and YouTube, all the content there, and collect as many reviews as possible. And here's a bonus. When you get a review, ask for the person writing a review to use keywords like realtor, real estate agent, the city you service, because then Google will pick up on those in your review and start recommending you based off of those keywords to other users that are typing in realtor in that city, because your reviews are by other users are literally saying that. So just a little gold nugget there.
That's definitely
Jeffrey,
something.
we could do a
Definitely
deep
a
dive
cheat
on
sheet.
all this.
No, that's definitely a cheat sheet, because not only are you asking for the review, but they're giving you the review to be able to help you grow your business. Just that one extra question can help you get maybe an extra 10, 15, 20 clients to follow within the next 12 months. So I really like that framework. I'm definitely going to take that framework and give it to our agents.
Yeah. Let me give you one more too. Jeffrey, respond to every single review that you've got and go back and edit other responses that you've already had. You can do that and add more keywords to your responses. So that way your page is just your reviews are just flooding.
I didn't even know that. It can pick up on the responses from, all right, cool. It was a pleasure being your realtor. I love serving the Anaheim community. And, looking forward to helping you on your next purchase, not just your one-time realtor, your lifetime realtor.
Imagine you got 100 reviews that all said that, and then you had 100 responses that all said that. That's how you put yourself into a top position, guys. And this is surface level stuff. So Jeffrey, if you want to come run this back and do some deep dives on any of these, we can. How are we on time, by the way? Because we're only the first framework deep.
Dude, roll. I'm here.
All right, cool. So the next one I want to talk to you about is press releases. So Ryan Serhant is someone that's a big player that leveraged press releases like no tomorrow, guys. When you look at Forbes, you look at all these news articles or whatever, it's, who are the most influential people in the real estate space? Probably going to be listed in there. And so a lot of people think this is earned media. It's not. Everything in our life is pay to win. Press releases, same thing. So a press release, again, if you looked up any kind of news article, this is what it looks like. Just some examples, right? You click them, read about it, whatever. It's so easy to get placed in all of these. And then you might see some people actually leverage their articles and press releases they've been featured on, like Forbes or Fox or NCN or US Today or whatever. None of this is impossible or out of reach for you to achieve too. Because once you've been put onto these places, you can advertise on your website. You can advertise it on your emails, your marketing materials, such as your door hangers. You can even put it on your social media content, right?
Didn't even think about this at all. We've been a part of multiple press releases, and it was typically like moving from one brokerage to another type of situation, and someone comes in and fills it out for you. But no, we have not. I know me for a fact, we have not optimized this at all. So this is a big key.
All that is authority building, right? Because if someone sees you're featured on all these things, it's going to click in my mind that, hey, he's doing something that other agents aren't doing, right? These are credible sources and they're mentioning them. So here's what I want to give you. www.brandpush.co. Now, what this site does is it allows you to go there, and just for a couple $100, you can get pushed and an article written across major news articles, Fox, Google News, Yahoo, all these different sites, Market Watch, all of them for only a couple $100. You tell them, hey, I want you to write an article about me. Done. And then it's published. They do it all for you. Literally just run your credit card. That's it. Now, what I want to give you is a pro tip. Tell them to write you an article about how you're the best realtor in your city, because those keywords are now associated with you. And literally, if these major news sources are saying that you're the best realtor in your city, and someone finds that and sees that, what do you think they're going to think? That you're the best realtor in that city. Marketing is psychology. And a lot of the time, people think press releases are earned. They are purchased. Forbes, same thing. You want to be on Forbes? It's about $5,000. If you want to do a TEDx talk, you're looking at $10,000. I'm not kidding. TEDx too. You see these people on these pedestals. It's all for show. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's what marketing is. It's just to build your name and platform.
You got to be careful out here, man. You got to be careful with all this knowledge is dropping right now.
And hey, if you want to get in touch with people to get on Forbes or TEDx platforms, let me know. I got connections to all of them. So it's I don't care. I don't care. I'm giving it all away, guys. This is yours. But start with Brand Push. It's only a couple $100, and you're going to be featured on major news articles saying that you're the best. And guess what happens? It's not just an authority piece. It's not just an authority icons that you can put on your socials and your marketing material, but it also helps you rank higher on Google. So if you didn't know, one of the ways that Google also ranks you higher is through backlinks. And what a backlink is anytime another website mentions your name and links back to your website, Google sees that as credibility, therefore in return, ranking you higher in search engines. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Press release, you can accomplish all of that.
Sick.
Yeah. There you go. So let's tackle social media. This is probably the one that everyone wants to talk about. They're most hyped up about. It's the service I sell. And here it is. Let's go into it. All right. I want to start here by saying I really encourage you guys to get ManyChat. ManyChat's an awesome tool for you to get out there and start creating what I call DM funnels. So literally, you could create a funnel through this platform that anytime someone comments on your video, home buyer guide, it will DM them a link to your home buyer guide. And then you can capture that as a lead and put it in your CRM or whatever and follow up on it however you want. But literally, you are tying a real actionable call to action to your videos. So if you're like, hey, thanks so much for watching. If you want to comment this, we'll send you this guide, go ahead. Boom. So it's super powerful material. I really recommend it. Next thing I want you to do is boost. Now, I'm going to say this, no lead gen, guys. I don't want to see you guys running Facebook ads for leads. I don't want to see any of this stuff, okay? Because why? Facebook ads, sure, they work, but you're going to be spending thousands of dollars on testing alone. It's not worth it.
I did it, man. I did it.
Yeah, you spent thousands?
Thousands.
Yeah. And then nothing really comes from it, right? Yeah. So here's how to make the money go a lot further. I want you to start boosting your content. Here's a process. I like to go 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off. Choose a video that week, boost it, spend $5 a day for a week, boom. And when you boost it, you're going to see an option on audience targeting. Just click the button, people in my local area, and literally your videos will be pushed out to everyone in your local city. And you're only spending $5 a day. But the reason why it does that and it's so cheap and inexpensive is because you're not doing actually any lead generation. It's just for brand recognition. It's like putting your face on the side of the bus. And that's why I call it the boost bus process, basically, man. He's like, instead of putting your face on the side of the bus for 10 grand, you can spend $50 and hit way more people right where they spend all their time, right on their phone. Boost your videos, do it consistently, 1 week on, 1 week off, and your name over time, watch the next 12 months, people will be like, I've seen this guy somewhere. So if you can do that, and you can be consistent with your content, you can be consistent with boosting, you win. And $5, guys, a day, it's not a lot of money. All right. Instead of buying this,
that's less than the average coffee from a real estate agent.
That's what I was going to say. Cut the Starbucks, guys. If you're tight on money, cut the Starbucks, put the $5 behind boosting.
Yep.
Right?
Cut the boutique Starbucks coffee shops as well. They're like $2-3 more.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Jeffrey, here's a good one for you, your community, maybe your team. Anyone pay attention here. I really encourage you to create pods. What a pod is, it's a group, maybe of your team or your referral sphere, like home inspector, lawyer, mortgage broker, whatever. Get them all into a group chat. And what you're going to do is anytime one of you have a video that you've just put out on either Instagram or YouTube, whatever, share your video in there. And the pod is responsibility is to engage with that video you just made, like and comment. And you're supposed to reciprocate, right? So you're supposed to all participate in this, like, comment, possibly share each other's videos. And what happens is it gives the video initial boost, but also it kind of tricks the algorithm saying, wow, this video is getting a lot of early engagement. Let's show it to more people. And so I really encourage you all to start forming a pod. Lay down some ground rules like, hey, this is not for chit chatting. This is just for us sharing our content. And everyone participates by liking, commenting, and sharing to get some initial traction going. And that's a really good method I recommend right there.
Paul had the question. He said, does boosting does or doesn't work?
Boosting does work. I don't want you to do lead generation ads. So here's the thing. When I see a boost, when I see someone boosting, I'm often seeing them boost like call to actions. Hey, choose me as your realtor, or, free discovery call, whatever. Cut all that crap out. Your boosting is for literally just the content that you're making, right? Are you giving some home buyer guide tips, advice? What's your video about? Hey, here's some ideas that you could do this weekend with your family in the city, right? Those videos, boost them, right? Those are fine. I just need people to see your face, and you shouldn't be selling to them. You want people to know that you're kind of just there. No one wants to be really sold to, right? So you're kind of just putting out content that people are interested in, right? Their city, some tips and tricks.
Boost the value that you're giving, right?
Yeah,
so basically just really boosting on the value that you're giving. So here's what's going on in the city of Anaheim. Check out this weekend. Here's this new law that just passed. Boost things like that don't really have a call to action coming back in, so that people don't feel like they're being sold to. They're feeling like, all right, cool. And as you said, the more you do that, the more you start to build trust. And when there's a need for a pain to be solved or a pleasure to be acquired, you're the person that they're thinking of. You're top of mind. And if you tie that back in with, local leader framework number one, which is SEO, when they Google, they're going to see you again. And it's like, okay, cool. Validation. I need to reach out to Trent. I need to reach out to Jeff. And then they can move forward from there.
It's just for building trust. And if you want your value content to actually generate you leads through boosting, ManyChat. Because imagine if you do a high value video where it's like, hey, here are 10 activities, or here are the 10 best schools in this city, whatever you want to do, right? That position you as the local expert. But in somewhere in that video says, comment this and I'll send you this. And then you continue on with your video. And meanwhile, you just spent very little money to reach a bigger audience. Now, if someone does comment that keyword, you can then capture that as a lead, right? And then work that lead. So
yep, they're already further down the funnel.
Yeah, exactly. ManyChat's kind of like a secret way to kind of turn those boosting posts, right, or boosted videos into something that's actually going to actually generate some leads for you too.
That's dope, man.
Next one is content creation. So this is separate than social media. You have to have an approach for content creation. Now, what's the purpose? What's the purpose for content? Anytime I ask realtors this, they think it's for getting as many likes and many views as possible. I got to get the most eyeballs. Well, you're wrong. Again, number one, content creation as a realtor is for building trust. It's to establish authority and create better first impressions. That's it. That's all it is. So don't go spending tens of thousands of dollars on content creation when you can simply just pick up your damn phone, start recording some videos and get it out there. People want to know that you exist online, that you're top of mind. And then, you know, when I look you up, maybe I find you on Google and I look at your socials, it doesn't look like you haven't posted in 5 years, right? You want to make sure that you're, you know, an authority, a local expert, and that's it. It's just building trust. So what do people care about? Write this one down. This is big because this is going to be your content pillars. Number one, the city. Number two, the communities. Number three, friends and family. So here's what we'll say. One sec, my phone went off, so I'm just going to put on do not disturb. Now, what do people care about? Their city. So what activities are going on? What are some concerts people can go check out this month? What's some history, you know, and activities with their family, friends and family? Sure. You know, that's it. All of it is to support the three things that people care about the most. Number two, communities. It's more like, you know, if you're part of a church, what kind of communities are you part of that you can talk about, right? Because then you can draw in an audience from there. And number three, friends and family, right? So initially, your sphere of influence starts with your friends and family, right? You'll notice that if you post a picture with you and your dog, or you and your kids, or you and your wife, that content gets more engagement than any other piece of content, because that's what people care the most about. They don't care about how many freaking deals you're doing or this or that, whatever. That's your resume. All right. So share your personal life. Give people a window into who you are. It humanizes yourself. It makes you relatable. So make content around that. And yes, your business content is really all just about the city and the communities you're part of, because that's what people care most about. So I hope this made content creation a lot easier. You don't have to plan some 10-minute script about the market update, or a 10-minute video on this listing or this tip or tricks. You can do that, sure, but these are the three core things that people care most about. If you do that, you win.
No, that's phenomenal. And it keeps people ground to earth. And this is something that everybody can do. Like, this is something that everyone can do. You live in a city, you are part of different communities, and like you're saying, just be transparent. Show people who you are. The same way when you're meeting with a client, you want to understand them. You want to know about their family, their occupation, what the recreation, what do they, you know, their dreams and their desires. Show, the more you open up, you're saying the more you open up, the more people are going to click and DM you. And somebody in the chat had asked, do you build the ManyChat funnels as part of your monthly service? Is that a part of something that you do help people with?
No, but we coach you through it. So we'll coach you through it.
Even better, man. You teach a man how to fish.
Yeah, I'm going to teach a man how to fish, but you get calls with us, either with my coach or me. I'll be on there with you, and we'll walk you through the entire process, hold your hands. You ever have questions about any of the frameworks too, I answer them. So this is something that's part of the service, is that we coach you through all of it. The main part that we do for our service is we actually we take off the content creation side of it for you. Like, you film it, send it to us, you're done. The rest we're doing, right? And so we make it a lot easier in that sense. But again, like I said, like, we're one part of something massive, right? You have multiple marketing channels that you need to approach. right? And that needs to be handled. But
Dig it.
this, guys, should really simplify your content creation process and give you ideas. And guys, it all starts with picking up the damn phone. You might have heard your coach say this before, like, gotta pick up the phone for the prospects, the calls, because so many people just don't pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Yeah, and it starts with content too. Pick up the phone. You don't need a $10,000 camera. I don't know if you saw this, Jeffrey. iPhone just put a patent out for brand new camera technology that's coming out likely in the iPhone 17 Pro, and it is going to destroy $10,000 cameras on the market right now. Their camera technology is insane, guys. So get an iPhone, especially the iPhone 17 that's coming out or whatever. Pick up that phone and start recording. All right. And it doesn't need to be some 10-minute labyrinth video, 30 seconds.
Seconds.
That's it. 30 seconds. After that, remember this, write it down. Go local, grow local. You focus local, you get local eyeballs. I don't want you getting eyeballs all across the United States, Mexico, Canada. If you're trying to go viral, you're wasting your money. Go local, grow local, get the right eyeballs, okay? And start uploading pictures of yourself and with your family, right? Be relatable, humanize yourself. And the next little gem I want to give everyone here is this website, answerthepublic.com. So this is great for two things. It's going to be good for SEO and giving you content ideas. So answerthepublic.com, literally when you pull it up, you'll see different search engines. You can go straight to YouTube and click the YouTube icon and just type in your city. And what's going to happen, it's going to show you a wheel of all the different searches that people are looking for in real time related to your city. And then you can make videos addressing all of those searches. And if your video is literally titled what someone's looking up, you're likely to get in front of more of these people because YouTube is then saying, wow, this video is typed literally answering what someone's looking for, and it's just going to recommend it.
So you're basically saying go to answerthepublic.com, figure out what people are looking for, and when you're lost and you don't know what content to make, literally just make the content that people are looking for so that people can log on, open their phone, and see you and listen, know, like, trust, and get in contact with you. All right,
absolutely. Cool. Absolutely. Great tool right there. And then also another one, matchmaker.fm. So what matchmaker.fm is it's a phenomenal tool, guys. Like, look, I'm not even trying to push myself out here. Guys, matchmaker.fm, phenomenal tool. It's a podcast tool where you can go on there, make a profile, like a dating app, how long you've been in business, how long you've been a realtor, your interests and hobbies, and based off the information you put on your profile, it starts matching you with podcasts that are literally looking for a guest such as yourself. And so from there, you swipe connect, and then boom, you're on a bunch of podcasts. And what does that do? Well, number one, podcasts position you as an authority figure. Right now, watching this, you trust that I'm an authority figure because I'm on this panel. Number two, I can go back from this podcast and take clips from it. So I'm literally going to take this podcast and I'm going to send it to my team to cut up into clips and then distribute the content. Same thing you could be doing. And secondly, this is going to help me rank higher in search results. So if someone, did search up social realtor, they're likely going to come across this podcast. And also because this podcast was published, calling back to my agency, Google will then start ranking me higher in search results when someone's looking for a real estate agency, marketing agency that services real estate agents. It's a full circle, guys. It's all it is. And you can
it's not one thing, it's everything, man.
Exactly. So email marketing, big one. Number 5 here is a great thing for you guys to all do is start simplifying your emails. So I'll take you through it right here. Email marketing, right, is not just for you to be top of mind. It's really for you to give more value. Because I see a lot of agents with their emails just putting out something every month or every week. So they're just hitting their database. But what you're going to get is more people unsubscribing or not opening your emails. So how do we get them to open our emails? Be a resource. Talk about what people care about, right? So like I said, the city, communities, right? Local events. Actually, there was a study done on this one. Agents that made their newsletters about local events, like, hey, here's some top concerts you can check out this month in our city or whatever, or some food truck festivals or whatever, saw 39% more opens. on their emails just by doing local events. It doesn't even have to be related to, real estate. In fact, people probably don't even care as much about all these numbers and all that. They don't care about that, but they do care about what's happening in their city. They're looking for things to do with their family, right? So that's one thing you could do. And even with your direct mailing, by the way, so if like you do door hangers, instead of call to action door hangers or flyers, I was in a coaching call one time with another organization, and the coach literally said, I one time got a flyer that just gave me, and it was during October, Halloween time, that was just telling me the 5 best corn mazes I could go check out. He's like, dude, I put that on my fridge and I hung it there because I was always checking them out and like activities I could do during Halloween. And his headshot was there in his name, but I was looking at what I could do with my family for Halloween. And that stayed on his fridge, right? But if that would have been a call to action, it would have went into the mail, like into the garbage, right?
You're
So
leading with value.
a resource. Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying you're just consistently making sure everything that you're doing and everything that you're touching, you're leading with value, right? It's instead of give me, give me, give me. How about we give more to what the people are actually looking for? And guess what? You're going to get it in return tenfold.
Absolutely. It's like Gary Vee says, it's like give, punch, give, punch, right? And so that's exactly what you want to do is just keep giving people ideas on things they can do in their city or what's going on in their communities, things like that. And if you can make emails like that once a month, which should be really easy to figure out what activities and events are going on in your city, literally put into an email, you're going to get a lot more people interested in following up with your emails and checking them out. And then, just keep it short and sweet. A lot of line breaks. Here's a book recommendation. So this is by Russell Brunson. It's called .com Secrets. And he's probably one of the best marketers of our generation. He's super famous, guys. If you know Alex Hormozi, this is Alex Hormozi's mentor. So Russell Brunson. And this book covers a lot of things, but also email marketing. And so with emails, one of the best advices I can give you is short emails and not a blocky text, not like a paragraph. I want to see like 1-2 sentences and then line break, 1-2 sentences and then line break. Right? If you do that, even if it is a longer email, people are far more likely to read through the entire email, right? So this is just some marketing tips, some psychology tips to help your email marketing, your newsletters do a lot better. Yeah, there you go. I forgot I even recommended the book right there, .com Secrets. Telemarketing is another big one, guys. So everyone knows it's tried and true. This is what the OGs do. And top producers, like I even know a lot of top producers. Like we look at like someone like John Tsai, the VP president of EXP Canada, right? What does this guy do? He still picks up the damn phone and he's just dialing. He coaches his folks to pick up the phone and dial. We're talking about the VP of Canada, of EXP Canada, does this. So
it works.
It works. It's tried and true. But how do we scale this? Obviously, have your scripts. If you don't have scripts, go to a mentor or a coach, get some solid scripts that work. What works, do more of. That's probably the best advice I can give any entrepreneur. And all of you need to remember, you're a business owner. You need to think of yourself as a business. And one of the best tips I can give you is do more of what works. So how can you scale your telemarketing? Well, you can go to onlinejobs.ph and you can find phenomenal talent in the Philippines who are trained, because it's the number one place in the world for telemarketing for hires like that or customer service. And you can pick them up, and many of them have very little accent, are very fluent in English, and they can then do your dials for you too, right? They can call your past clients, your current clients, all of that, set up appointments for you, lunch dates, and all that stuff that you don't want to do. They can set those all up for you, acting as your assistant. They can even prospect FISBOs or whatever, people that, or go through your data. Maybe you're using a service like Vulcan 7 that's giving you information about people that recently went through a divorce. And you could have your talent in the Philippines calling them, trying to set up appointments for you to take. But if you have the scripts, you spend some time with your telemarketers and they'll master that too. And they can do this for you too. My person on my team does 140 dials a day, just today, from cold calling, guys. I have 3 appointments. I don't like cold calling too, guys. But you know what? Tried and true. It works. And I got
this is a fact. I can testify. We have 10 that work for our team, which bring in an average of 2 appointments per day and it compounds. It really does compound. We're able to distribute opportunities, appointments to our agents. And so you're hitting everything you're saying right now has been all factual.
Guys, this is the framework. This is the local leader framework. If you do everything I'm telling you here, you will be that local leader. You're going to be the trusted realtor, the optimal choice, the first choice, the obvious choice. If I go to Google, I won't be able to escape you. If I go to social media, you're boosting everywhere. You're everywhere. Your emails are exciting. You're telemarketing. You're hitting everything. You win, right? You have authority on podcasts, on press, like PR. Like, it's insane. The last one I want to give you is network marketing. I was coaching a guy recently, and he showed up to the coaching call, and he's just like, man, a lot of people are telling me to start. He's a newer agent too. And he's like, everyone's telling me to network and network. It's so easier said than done. I said, yeah, it is easier said than done. But you know what? Just like anything in life, there's a system and there's probably a process for it. So here it is. I want you to join BNI, BNI.com. Now, what that is, it's a multi-billion-dollar organization with chapters all over the world. And if you're in a major city, there's probably several chapters. And what it is, it's a group of entrepreneurs that come in and meet every single week. You make friends, you have a relationship with them, and you try and pass referrals to one another. But what's interesting is for each chapter, only one person can hold one seat for that specific industry. So that means there can only be one realtor. That means there can only be one home inspector, one mortgage broker, one property maintenance company, whatever.
That's
And
genius.
then you hold that seat, it's protected, and everyone does each other a favor, where if they need a realtor, they're supposed to use you. And if they know someone that needs a realtor, they're supposed to refer you. But you got to do your part, try to refer them and make friends with people. So go to BNI.com and find a freaking chapter. And if there isn't one, create one, because it's worth it. Because networking is how you make money. Your network is your net worth, right? Scan that QR code. That will take you to an advanced search tool that you typically can't find on the BNI website. It's kind of tucked away, and you'll be able to easily find chapters in your city. All right. Get in there, start networking. And again, why are we doing this? To make you the local leader, to make and build the most trust in your local market. It's that easy, guys. So that's the local leader framework. It's free. Everything I showed you here is pretty much a free framework. Not all the services are free, but at least you have them all, and it's going to make you the realtor of choice. That's what I would say. If I may, could I? Oh yeah, what's this reminder? Oh yeah, reminder, guys. You're only one conversation away from a meeting, from a listing, right? So don't give up. These marketing channels will get you more conversations, and that conversation is going to lead to something, right? So that's what I'd say.
My phone is going off. You did an amazing job. I want to tell you that everything, and we've dabbled on a lot of the things that you went over today, and it does work. It has changed my business, and I'm loving that you barely even talk about what you even do. You just came in here and you gave value. And guys, this is an example of not just talking it, but walking it, right? He went through step by step, gave you 7 steps that you should start today to be able to take your business further. Trent, how can everybody get a hold of you?
Yeah, if you guys want to connect with me, I'll just share right here. This is our website. It's called socialrealtor.com. We don't spell it with the O. You just scroll down. We got a phone number there. You can go and book a demo with us, and it likely I'll pick up on that, or maybe a partner will pick up on the call and do the demo. But we're here to help you guys. We make it super easy. It's cost efficient. You get coaching, you get video content creation, and distribution. And distribution is you'll never have to log into your socials again and post something. We're literally going to do that for you. And it starts as little as $99, guys. So super easy.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, everybody. Once again, my name is Jeffrey McGonigal. This is Trent Stonehouse. Trent, stay behind for probably another 30 seconds or so. And we can kind of chop it up about, figuring out how we get everything distributed. Guys, I want to remind every single person on this call right now that, hey, Real Estate Coaching Collective is built for you guys as a community. Continue to pour in each other. Trent, you're a part of the community. Everyone, we're going to continue to grow together. I'm going to go ahead and share screen real quick.
I see that someone asked, any promotions available? Yeah, if you all want to, type in this. If you go to any of our packages, this should work for you. I think at least for the premium. I'm just going to verify right now on my end. I'll give you a little promotion.
Test it out real quick.
I'm going to make sure it works. If you go to our website, this is huge, by the way. I didn't even know this promo code still works, but maybe it just works for the premium. But if you go to our website and you type in save 150, it'll give you $150 off premium. I'm checking if it works for the other ones. Yeah, it does. You can also get it off our plus. So if you want our middle package and you want $150 a month off permanently, it's never going to change on you. Use that now. And by the way, I'm happy you asked that because our prices are going up by $50 here next week. So this could be a good way to kind of get yourself grandfathered in.
Price is going up.
Really discounted rate. Yeah.
Price is going up. That was too much value, Trent. That was too much value, man. I want to thank you guys and everybody for joining in. Once again, this is RECC, Trent Stonehouse. Guys, this has been phenomenal. Thank you, everybody. Hope you guys have a blessed day.